Hello, my dear learners. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So, my dear learners, here we will start chapter number 2 of your book. Okay? So, this chapter name is Introduction to Access-2016. So, let's see what this chapter all about. In this chapter, I don't want to tell you everything here. Okay? Because I want to see how many of you want to learn about what are the things that we are covering. Okay, so one by one, when we are reading the chapter, it's clear to you. Okay, so let's start this chapter. Okay, so here you have to welcome your friend. So hi, I am Marvin. Friends, have you ever been go to a mall for shopping? After buying things, when you go to a billing counter, you must have observed that the list of items, the prices and quantities can be viewed online with the help of computer. Nowadays, when you go to a mall to purchase something, you can see at the time of billing, you can see there's a bill coming up here. The number of item is here, the price and the quantity is written in the bill. Can you see? And it is generated by the computer only. Of course, they cannot write everything. Okay, you are buy this thing, this thing, this thing. No, they apply some coupon, they apply some code in it, and all the item list is prepared like this. And then in the last, it is mentioned total amount just you have to pay. Okay, so have you wondered how the salespeople store, manage, and quickly retrieve data from their product? Another example is Just Dial. One is the mall example, other example is Just Dial. So Just Dial is also there. Have you heard this term? So Just Dial. What's that? So Just Dial. When we call Just Dials to get information about the restaurant located in our area, within a few seconds the information can be received on your mobile phone. Yes, like in Just Dial, I searched a restaurant near me. In a very quick, or we can in a very 5-6 seconds, they give you the message to me like this restaurant is around to you. Okay, so do you know how they retrieve such information so easily and quickly? Do you think how they can do all these things very quickly like this, like just in a second? So retrieving data is possible so easily because the data is stored and managed in a computer with the help of some database software. So database software is there, so that's why our computer can able to function very quickly and properly. So this chapter here we will see about database. What is it? Okay, so ready? Starting from this database and DBMS. What is database and DBMS? So our database is an organized way of collecting related data so that it can access, manage, and update it. Okay, so this is known as what? It is known as database. In that database, we can easily organize everything. We can access it, we can manage it, we can update it also. So updation is there, access is there, and manage we can do. On the other hand, a database management system, that is the full form of DBMS is database management system, is a software program that help us to create, modify, and retrieve data from the database. DBMS is based on the various database model like network, hierarchical, and rational. Okay, we will see what are they, how the database is function in this way. Okay, so starting from first, what is rational DBMS? What is that? What is rational? Okay, so when data is organized into tables that can be linked or related based on data common to each other is known as rational database management system. Rational means when something is common. Okay, so we can say when data is organized into tables that can be linked or related based on the data common to each other. So they make a tables or something like that. So in the tables, of course, the things that is liked or that is linked with each other, that will be put on in a same table. That is known as rational database management system. Tables, also known as rationals, consist of column containing one or more data categories, and row, also known as table record, containing a set of data defined by the category. Of course, in the table, row and column is there, and in the row and column we can able to organize, we can able to store, we can able to access everything. So Microsoft Access is an example of RDBMS, that is Rational Database Management System. Other example of RDMS are or is Microsoft SQL Server, etc. So these are the rational one. Now first we will see some advantage of it. What is the advantage of the database when we are able to create a database? Does they have any advantage? Of course. Of course. So there are many advantages of database management software that are mentioned below. So these are some benefit of it. First है data redundancy. What's that? Data redundancy. Okay. Redundancy means duplication of data. Here we can able to duplicate our data. DBMS reduced the data redundancy as it stored the data at a central location. How they store? Where they store? At a central location. So the user is not required to retain multiple copies of the same data. So the user does not make a multiple copies of it. His data duplications can be prevented. Next, improve data access also. So a DBMS store data at a central location and facilitate sharing of data among multiple users as per the requirement. So in DBS, we can say a central location is there, and we can share your data with multiple users. Okay. For example, user from any part of the world can access the Amazon website for ordering the items online. Yes, this is known as improved because of the database. So database is there in India also, is same way in the US also. The same database is follow in US, in India, in Canada, in Ireland, anywhere else on the world. So this is improved database access. Third is improved data security also. With this database, they improve the security of it. How? Let's see. And another important advantage of DBMS is data security. Sir, your data should be secure in it. We can create user IDs in database to ensure data security by providing different accessing rights to the users. Of course, nowadays everything has a login ID, password, so that way your data should be preserved, your data should be conserved. We can specify the rights of the user, like only to view data or right to the change of the data. So it's depend upon the user if they want to do some editing or not, if they want to preserve it or not. So they give the security to the user. Next, maintain standard also. What? Maintain standard. So our DBMS ensure that the data that is stored just follow the organization standard. This ensure data integrity. Data integrity. Okay. Next is reduce update on error and increase consistency. What's that? Consistency. So DBMS help us to store data at one place, so modification of data can be carried out easily, and all modification can be done in one go. So modification we can do, security they can provide, you can access this thing anywhere else in the world. Okay. So these are the some advantage of it. Yeah. Now, who are the user of RDMS? RDMS, Rational Department. Rational, what's the full form? Rational Database Management Service. Yes, Rational Database Management Service. So who are the user of it? First is application programming and system analysts. They identify the needs of the user and implement it. Of course, the systems identify the needs of the user, what their users want from them. Second is end users. So people who are database by inquiring and generate reports. So they generate the report. And third is database administrator. What they do? They coordinate and monitor the use of database. So they are observing everything. And the fourth, database designer. So identify the data that needs to be stored in the database and decide the structure and represent the data. So with the help of database designer, they can represent the data of it and structure the data. So these are the things these are the important ones that you have to know. Okay. So I'm hoping these things clear. What is database? How the database is helpful. Okay. Microsoft Access 2016. Okay, we will see what is this. Okay. So let's see. So Microsoft Access is the most common RDBMS that comes as a part of Microsoft Office suite. So they comes up with Microsoft Office suite. Access is an interface that helps a user to manage data. The database which is created in Access can be stored with an extension .accdb. A database has four parts: table, queries, forms, and reports. So database have all these things. So with the help of these objects, we can enter, store, analysis, and compile data. Okay. Now we will see some objects in MS Access. So what are the objects that is there? Okay. So the main object that can created in Access are as follow. So let's see what are these objects. First is the tables. So our tables is used to store data in the form of row and column. So top tables are there in the form of row and column. We can store our data. Rows are called records and columns are called fields. Our table Access is also known as relation also. Rows and columns are there, and in rows we can call as a record and column is known as the field. So next is queries. What's that? Queries. So queries help us to find data from one or more tables on the basis of the given condition. Of course, with the help of. Next, forms. So the interface lets the user enter and change data in the table. With the help of forms, we can able to enter and change any data. It is user-friendly interface. What's that? It is user-friendly. Now, report. So report are used to display the data stored in the database for printing purpose. So we make a report of it. Now, starting Access, how we can able to start it? Okay. So to start Access, we need to follow the given steps. First, click on the Start menu. Click on Microsoft Access 2016. The Microsoft Access will be open on the screen. See, once go on the Start button and then click on the Microsoft Access, then you can see the Microsoft Access is open. Now, I want to create a database in it. In the Microsoft Access 2016, I want to create a database. How I can do? So Access help us to create a new database by using the following options. So using the following option, we can able to do. First is blank database. What is blank database? So this option help us to create a new database from the beginning. From the beginning, with this is known as blank database. Okay. Next is install templates. So this option contains the pre-installed database templates that can be used to create the new complete database application. So here the templates also pre-install in your computer. So you can use their database, use their we can say templates to form a database. So let's see. So we shall learn to create database using a blank database option with the help of blank, because now I am creating my new one. So let us follow these steps. So first, as a start, you are open with Microsoft Access 2016. First, you have to click on the File tab. See, the File tab is there. Click on the File tab. Click on the new option. New option is there. Click on the blank database. Click on the blank database. See, this database comes up. Then type the name of the database. Click on the create button and your new database is ready to go. This is how we create this new database. Okay. And Access created the database with an empty table named table 1. So an empty table comes with table 1. And the open table 1 in database view. The cursor is placed in the first empty cell in the click to add column. Of course, you can add column in it by clicking on it. See, this is the thing. This is how it look like this. So components of Access window. So what are their components of it? So they have navigation pane, quick toolbar, object tag, title tag, ribbon tag, work area, view button, navigation button. So is same as Microsoft Word. This is Microsoft Access 2016. It's same. The little bit name is different. That's it. So let us learn their components one by one. First is the title bar. What's that? It's a title bar. Of course, it appears at the top of the window and contain the name of the database in the title bar. Of course, we can add the name of it. Okay. Next, the quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar is located at the top left corner of access window. See, left side it comes up here. Okay. It contains buttons like save, undo and redo. So in the quick access toolbar, it contains all these buttons. These. Next, ribbon is there. Okay, what's that? Ribbon. So it contains many tabs, each with several groups of commands. There are some tabs that appears only when you work in the form. Of course, they contain all the, we can say tabs, all the commands that is there in the ribbon button only. Next is the navigation panel. So it displays the name of all the objects in the database. What they tell? All the objects, for example, table, queries, etc. We can double click on any of the object to open it. Of course, to open any object in the navigation panel, you have to double click on it. Next is navigation button is also there. On the bottom of the page, we can see navigation button. So these buttons display the current record number in our object. We can move back and forth between the various record using the navigation button. So we can use this button to move forward, backward and left, right, anything with the help of navigation button. Next is object tabs. So these are the tabs that shows the open object in the database. What they do? They shows the object in the database. So we can directly click on any of the tab to open the object and see the content. Okay, this is the object tab. See, these are the things. These are all the things. With the object tab, we can see title bar, the title is there. Ribbon button has all the commands. Work areas in which you can do your work. View button, you can view it. Navigation, navigate it. Okay, all these things. Okay, now tables in Access, how we can create it. Okay, so tables are the building block of a database. What is the building block of a database? Is the table. So a table is used to store data in a database in the form of row and column. So in the form of row and column, we can store the data. A database can have more than one table. Let's have a look on the table given below. So let's see. First is components of a table. What are the components that is there in the table? So the important components of a table is as follow. First is fields or attributes. What is this? So these are the components of table that we made in the Access-2016. So what are the components of a table? So first component is fields or attributes. So the columns in the table are called fields. So the columns is known as fields. A field store one type of information about all the object or item. What they store? A same kind of informations. Every field has a data type that determines the type of value that can be stored in it. It's just because of field. Okay, next is field data type. So there are many type of data type available in the access bar. These are the some data type. Let's see one by one. First is text. So it can store text or combination of text and number with the help of this. Next is memo. So it can store lengthy text up to 65536 characters. Okay, they can store the lengthy data. Number, it can store the number. Date and time, it can store the date and time. Currency, it can store currency value and displays them in the different format. Auto number, it can store integers and also incremented automatically also. Yes and no, it can store only one of the possible value, whether it's yes or whether it's no. OLE object means it can store files like Word, documents, Excel and Paint. So they store files. So all these data types have their own function. Text means they can store the text. Memo means they can store the lengthy text. Number means they can store the number. Date and time means they can store date and time like this. Okay. Next is hyperlink. So it can store link to website or email address. Okay. Attachment, it can attach multiple files as per the record. Calculate, it can store result in calculation. And lookup wizard means it create lookup field that display in the set of value. So all these are called data type. Okay. Now we will see field properties. What are the field properties are? What are the field properties? So there are many field properties that we can set for the table. So these are the field. I know it looking very depth. Something is very hard to understand, but nothing like that. It's very easy. First is field size. Field size means this property let us decide the number of characters that can be entered into the text or numeric field. Okay, so number of letters that can be added in it. That is known as field size. Next is format. So this field controls the manner in which data can display. So they control how your data can be able to display with the help of format option. Next is decimal place. So this field property is valid for a number and currency data type. So decimal value is for the numbers and the currency only. It is used to specify the number of digits to be displayed to the right of the decimal point. Of course, to the right of the decimal, normally we write 3 numbers after the point, after the decimal. So that tells you the value of it. So decimal place is used for the number and currency only. Caption. This property is used to give an alternative name to a field. Okay. Default value. It is used to specify a value that gets displayed automatically when a new record is created. Okay. So they can set automatically default value is it. Next is validation rule. Validation rule means this property is used to put condition on the data that can be entered in a field. So they give a condition on it. Next is validation text. So this property is used to display an error message when validation rules get violated. So they give you an error message in it when the validation rule violate. Next is require. So this property can have 2 values, yes or no. Yes, if do not want to particular field to be skipped without entering the value. So they make require option it because this option you have to fill it all. Without filling this option, you cannot move forward. Next is allow zero length. Means this property is available for field with text and memo data type. And next is hyperlink. So they can store links in website or email address with the help of hyperlink. So these are the some field properties. Now records. So records means the row in a table known as records. Rows. Rows are same. This one. Columns are like this one. Okay. So a record store complete information of an object. Yes, the information is stored in the rows only. So rows are known as records. And next is fifth one, primary key. So it helps to identify the records uniquely in our table. It cannot have repetitive value or cannot be left blank. So that's why it is known as primary key. You cannot left it behind. You cannot left it out like that. It is primary key. Clear? Now see viewing of table. How we can view this table? Do you want to know? Let's see. So MS Access table have 2 different view. MS Access has 2 different view. Design view and data sheet view. What's the 2 view? So I highlight for you design and data sheet view. These 2 view can be selected by clicking on the view option present on the home tab. Of course, in the home tab view option is there. With the help of that, see, it is not showing here, but in the home tab you can see the view button and you can see these 2 options. So first we will see about design tab. What? Design tab. So it provides an interactive window to enter the field and their data type. They provide you an interactive panel for interactive, we can say window for that. It even enables to validate the added field based on the needs of the database. This view allows the user to enter name of the field and their data type. Along with that, for every field, a user can set a various field property. Of course, you can set your own field property for that. The field property that we set clearly depend on the data type of the field. Here, various validation rule and formatting style can set to the field along with the field size, caption, number of the decimal, input of the mask, which is appropriate to the data type. This is design, how we can design your database. What are the things you want? Okay, so this is known as this. Next, we will see data sheet view. What is data sheet view? So the data sheet view allow a user to view many table record at a same time with the help of data sheet view. In data sheet view, information is displayed in row and column similar to the spreadsheet. So in data sheet, it is same as spreadsheet. Your data is arranged in the form of row and column. Okay, so record are displayed as row, so each column is an individual record. So each column play an individual record. Using the database view, we can add content to the existing field and also add new field by clicking on the click to add option. So click to add option is there. So when we enter a new column in this view, we should specify the column name. Otherwise, by default, the column name is field 1, field 2 and field 3. This is database like this. Normally, it's same as spreadsheet. In the earlier classes, we already know about in class 7th, in class 6, we know what is spreadsheet, how we do work on a spreadsheet, how we add tables, how we add row, how we add column, how we delete it, how we set a boundary of it, all these things. So it's become for easier to understand. Now see, creating a sample database to store student detail. Now I am creating a database in which I want to store my student's name, student detail, in which name of student, their class, their marks and all these things. First, what are the things you want to follow? Step 1, open an access. What you have to open an access? If the access is already open, click on file, then click on new. File, then new. Of course, you want to create a new tab. Choose the create tab option. Then click on the table design from the table group. Okay, from the table group, click it on. Step 3, enter the field name and data type shown in the figure. Step 4, set S roll number field as a primary key. What's that? See, in this also the names, marks and everything, marks in chemistry, marks in bio, it is mentioning like that. Normal spreadsheet data, name of student, marks in physics, marks in chemistry, marks in biology is written, and the name of student is, the names are given below. Okay, so step 4, set roll number in the field as a primary key. See the primary key, set as roll number. Set field key for the S name for the 15. Set the validation rule for marks field less than or equal to 100. Okay, and the validation text as marks should be less than or 100. Means here I want the validation of that marks, the number of students who secure less than or equal to 100. See, all these marks comes under this category. Next, set the data type science total field as calculated, enter in the formula. See, maths plus, you have to add this thing also. Marks of biology, marks of chemistry, marks of physics under this bracket. Okay, then only they can add all their marks. Step 5, set the database within the name of the student database. Name of the student database and their subject marks. Step 6, open the database in a data sheet view to enter the data into the record. With the help of this sheet, we can able to record the data. Okay. Next, modifying record in a database. How we can able to modify the records? So record can be modified in data sheet view as follow. So we can, if I want to add something, if I want to remove something, how I can do all these things in my database? First, adding record. If I want to add some record, records can be added to the database by clicking on the new option present on records group under the table tool. So under the table tool, we can see records option. Under the table, we can able to add records with the help of it. Deleting records, I want to delete my record, then this also we can do. So select the record to be deleted. You can select the record which you want to be deleted. Then click on delete option present on the record group under the table tool. So under the table tool, delete option is also there. See, the delete option is also there. New option is also there. So we can add something, we can delete something. Sort also, we can sort it out also. what we can call sort it out. Okay, see, in the ascending, descending, we can able to want to, this is thing we can also do with the help of database. So records can be arranged in ascending or descending order of a selected field by choosing sort option present in the sort and field group under the table 2. So we can able to see with this help of this database can be editable. So we can add data, we can remove data, we can sort the data according to the, for example, name wise A to Z I want to arrange my data. So this is also possible. According to the number wise, increasing to decreasing, decreasing to increasing, this is also can be able to achievable. Modifying the table design. So table design, I want to add something, some new features. I want to add border, I want to add some background of it, and anything. I want to change my table design. This thing also can I can able to do. So table design can be modified in design view as follows. First is inserting a field. So you have to insert a field. So place the mouse pointer where the field has to be inserted. So place the mouse where you want to be inserted. Then choose click insert row option from the toolbox of the tool. See, this is how we can insert a field, means insert a row on it. Click on that row. In that, here we can able to add one row for that. Then choose insert row option from the tool group of the table tool. Next, deleting a field. Now I want to delete a field. So select the field to be deleted, then choose delete option. See, delete a row or insert a row is easily available. This is how we can do. Clear? So yeah, this chapter is over. Okay. So that's all, my dear learners. This is all about chapter number 2. I am hoping so this chapter is totally clear to you. So that's all, my dear learner. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.